first thing that you need to do is make sure that you diversify your channels. There's so many different channels that you could use to generate leads these days, and it can kind of get overwhelming, but you need to make sure that you know the pros and cons of each one and how to leverage them properly. You got to remember that your target audience is spread out on different platforms, and they're not going to come to you. You got to go to them. Now, here are my favorite lead gen vehicles ranked in order, starting with the king of lead gen, my absolute favorite, number one, cold email. Now, I actually have a full video breaking down the exact roadmap I use to book 5 to 10 sales calls every single week with my cold email system. I'll link it in the description below and you can check that out. So let's go on to the next one. Number two, we have LinkedIn Outbound. Now, with LinkedIn Outbound, it's super important to optimize your profile and then start sending out outreach. But before you send out outreach, you got to optimize your profile. So how do you do that? What you need to do is you need to make sure that you have a professional headshot and a clean banner, and also make sure that you have a couple featured posts on your page so it makes it look very professional. You could literally go to any influencer on LinkedIn and look through their profile and kind of just copy how they did their stuff. After your profile is optimized, what you want to do is you want to start sending out connection requests, at least 100 connection requests every single week. Now, what you want to do in these messages are you want to provide free value to people, you want to ask people questions about how they're doing with their business, and you want to sometimes just directly pitch your offer and see if they need it. These are the 3 ways that you could do LinkedIn Outbound, and I found success doing all of them, so you should try those too. Now, number 3 is something that a lot of people get really anxious about, and it automatically makes their stomach drop right when the name is mentioned. It's cold calling. Cold calling is probably one of the oldest methods of lead generation, and honestly, a lot of people want to say it's dead, but it's never going to die, and it'll just make it more fun. That's what I used to do when I started out in lead gen. I would just hop on a Zoom call or hop on a Google Meet with a bunch of my friends. We would all cold call together and we'd all get rejected together and then laugh. Number 4, we have organic content. This one is really, really important, especially in 2023 going forward, because every brand is doing it now. Now, for B2B space specifically, I would recommend LinkedIn because it's the best thing to use. All different B2B types of prospects are on there. Software companies, marketing agencies, IT companies, consulting companies, all the decision makers at the companies that you want to talk to are on LinkedIn. So I would say stick to LinkedIn, build your foundation on LinkedIn if you're in the B2B space, and then go from there into other platforms. Now, I want to talk about something that's basically rocket fuel for your lead gen agency, but you have to actually earn it. It's not going to be handed out to you. And that's your social proof and testimonials. What they do are they display your competence, they make your offer stand out amongst a sea of competitors, and they really reduce the risk of the client working with you and wanting to work with you because they've seen that you can get results for other people. So make sure that you have case studies and that you leverage those case studies properly. Now, if you don't have any case studies, you're a beginner and you're trying to get your first client with no past experience and no case studies, I actually have a full in-depth breakdown video on exactly the steps you need to take to sign your first agency client with no past experience and no case studies. I'll link that in the description as well. You guys can check that out. You're going to want to put it in your landing page, in your VSL, in your cold emails, and your sales assets and everything. Now, the next thing is arguably the most underrated part of lead generation that no one talks about, and I have no idea why. And it's your KPIs, or your key performance indicators. Your KPIs are basically your North Star, or what you're always going to be chasing in your business. Now, let me give you an example. For myself, my KPIs are for every 1,000 emails that I want to send, I want to get 1 meeting booked. What that allows me to do is use that as a metric of success. So if everything is going well, for every 1,000 emails that we're sending, we're getting at least 1 meeting booked. That means we're trending in the right direction. That's how this whole entire game works. Now, the last thing that I want to talk about is the last place that your prospects are going to go to before they book a call with you, and that's your landing page or your website. Now, you want to make sure that your website follows a sales letter framework because you want to make sure that it pushes them further down the funnel and makes it a no-brainer for them to book a call with you. And the way that you do this is by having a headline hook at the top of your page, and then having your VSL right under that, and then having some social proof, and then having a clear call to action. This will allow you to stand out in a sea of competition and give you an edge over everyone, and it'll make them trust you so much more because you're willing to give up so much value up front. So there you have it, guys. There's your blueprint for becoming a lead generation machine in 2023. As I said in the beginning of the video, the landscape is constantly evolving. You're gonna have to keep rolling with the punches, learning new things, thinking outside the box, staying up to date with the new trends and the new strategies coming out, but making sure that you understand the fundamentals fundamental principles of lead generation, because those are never going to change. And also guys, if you want to grow your lead gen agency faster than ever and learn from someone who's been through all the ups and downs so that you don't have to go through them, check out my free webinar. I'll link it in the description below. It goes over the exact step-by-step roadmap on how I scaled my lead gen agency from zero to over $20,000 a month in under 90 days. Check it out in the description below. That's all I have for this video today for you guys, and I will see you in the next one.